Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's write some more Leetcode today. Today we are solving minimum recolors to get k consecutive black blocks. So the problem basically states that we are given a string called blocks, and every character in the block string will either be W or B, and W just means white and B means black. And we are also given an integer k, which is the desired number of consecutive black blocks. And in one operation, we can recolor a white block to a black block, and we want to return the minimum number of operation that is needed so that there is at least one occurrence of k consecutive black blocks in the string. So if we look at this example, if we convert this W and this W and this W to B, then we will have a consecutive 7 black blocks. So the minimum number of operations that we will need to do is 3. So we return 3. Now that we have seen some examples, let's get to how we can solve this problem. So one way that we can solve this problem is we can use the sliding window approach. So we will iterate through this string. When we first iterate, we will only iterate the right pointer. And once we have a window of about length 7, then we will also increment the left pointer along with the right pointer. And when we are iterating through this string, if we come across a W, then we want to increment the number of recolors. And when we increment the left pointer, if we are leaving a W and moving the left pointer, then we need to subtract the number of recolors. And every time we have a window of 7, we need to recalculate and update the result. And when we have finished iterating to the end of the string, we return whatever is the minimum number on the result. So let's go through this example. Alright, so first we start at point 0, it's a W, so we increment the number of recolors and then we increment the right pointer by 1. Then we go to pointer 1, it's B, so we just move to pointer 2. Pointer 2 is B, so we just move to pointer 3. Pointer 3 is a W, so we need to increment the number of recolors, and we also need to move to pointer 4. Pointer 4 is also a W, so we need to increment the number of recolors again. And now we move to pointer 5. Pointer 5 is a B, so we just move to pointer 6. Now pointer 6 is also a B, but before we move to pointer 7, we realize that when the left is 0 and the right is at pointer 6, it has a length of k7. So we need to update the result. And in this window, the minimum number is 3, so we update it to 3 since that's the minimum we have so far. Now we need to increment both the left and right pointer. So left is now 1 and right is 7. So as we can see, we have moved away from the left with a W. So we need to decrement the recolors to 2. But once we are here, we reach another W. So we increment the recolors again to 3. So if we update result, it's still 3. Then we move over to this window, which would be left is 2 and right is 8. And the minimum recolors is 3, so the result is still 3. Now we move over to where the left is 3 and the right is 9. The right pointer will come across another W, so we need to increment the number of recolors. But the result, the minimum number of recolors is still 3, so we return 3. So the time complexity would be O of n, where n is the number of characters in the block string, because that's the number of characters that we will iterate through. And the space complexity would be O of 1, because we're not using any extra space. So now let's get to the coding part. So first, we will initialize the left pointer to 0, and then the number of recolors will be 0 initially, and the initial result will be the flow of infinity. Now we iterate the right pointer, so for right in range length of blocks. If the block happens to be a W, then we increment the number of recolors by 1, which just means we convert from W to B. And if right minus left plus 1, so if the length of the window is equal to k, then we need to update the result. So result is equal to the minimum of result and recolors. And as we shift the left pointer, if the left pointer has a W, then we need to decrease the number of recolors. So recolors minus 1. And then, we shift the left pointer. And towards the end, we can return result. Let's see if it works. Okay, perfect. Hope this was helpful. I thank you all for watching. If you have any other questions or comments, feel free to leave it down in the comment section. And I hope to see you all again soon.